Okay, so I just want to point out that when you're reading the pattern, this is it as far as the common parts. Like if you're making the bear, you'll have this. This is the part that's common. The bear will have this body exactly like this. Can you see the whole body? I don't know if you can see the whole body, but I'll show it to you later. Anyways, the bear will have the exact same body. The dog will also have the exact same body. At this particular point, we're going to start doing things a little bit differently. So what I'm going to do right now is walk you through the tail, and then we'll do the ears. Or should I do the ears first? I don't know. I think we'll do the tail first because I already did one ear off camera and I left it on the sofa, I think. So I'm just gonna work on this. So this is the little tail. Each one of these, this one, I think this and the bear has the same tail, but they all have a tail because if you're gonna do the pants or the overalls, the tails help to keep it up. Anyway, so we do, should I show you the magic circle again? Let me show you. I hold it between my thumb and my pointer finger. The tail, I wrap it around, make sure that it crosses over at one point. Pull it off my finger, put my hook through the loop that I just made, hook the yarn, pull it up, and make a chain. So there's my chain, and now I'm going to do 6 single crochets in the chain, in the magic loop. So this is round 1 of the tail, which is 6 single crochet inside the magic loop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So then round 2 is going to be single crochet increase 3 times. So what you're going to do is going to have a single crochet in between the increases, and you're going to increase 3 times till you get to 9. Right now I have 6 and I'm going to get to 9 now. This first one I always have difficulty getting in. I don't know why. Anytime I have a single crochet next to a chain, I have a difficult time getting in. Anyways, there's my first single crochet, and then increase. I don't know if you could hear, but my son is in music class and I can hear the songs that they're singing in music class. So that's one of the repeats of the round, which is 1 single crochet, increase. Increase, and then a single crochet, increase. So the next round, which is going to be round 3, this is a 5 round tail, so it's going to be over really quickly if I could crochet. The next round, which is round 3, is going to be 2 single crochet increase until you get to 12. So you're going to get to 12. So you're going to do it 3 times. Okay, let me repeat that because I think I was confusing. You're going to do 2 single crochet increase 3 times for a total of 12 single crochet in this round. So 1, 2, increase, 1, 2, increase, I'm actually surprised that I was able to film so much today because usually it's a lot more noisy. But today is one of the days when my husband had less meetings, I guess, because he only had that one meeting that I paused for earlier. Oh no, he had two. He had two meetings, but they were back to back. Okay, so now we're on round 4. There's my son coming out of class. 10 minutes?
Yeah.
All right.
No, not 10 minutes, a bit more.
Okay, so I'm gonna just, I'm gonna not do this on camera. I'll just tell you what to do. Round 4 is just a round of single crochets. So you're gonna do 12 single crochets and come to the end of the round. Just one row of 12 single crochets. It's only round 4. And then I'll come back and I'll help you decrease it and finish off the tail. All right, I'm back. So I did my round of 12 single crochet, and so the 5th and last round for the tail is 2 single crochet decrease 3 times, and you're going to end up with 9 single crochets in this round. So again, you're going to put 2 single crochet in between each decrease. So it's going to be 2 single crochet decrease 3 times, and you'll end up with 9. So I'm going to work that beginning of it with you. Maybe all of it, I don't know. 1. This video, I think I'm going to have to do in 2 parts. I was hoping to do it all together, but I think it's going to be 2 parts. What? Yeah? Okay. 2 decrease. 1, 2, decrease. 1, 2, decrease, and you're done. Again, I keep a long tail for sewing because I do.
Yeah, you still it.
I usually do. Okay, so now we're gonna just stuff it, and I'll come back and we'll start the ears. So this is what the tail looks like. It's done. Again, the tail is different. The stuff that is common for for all the patterns is the head and the body and the arms. Those are the common stuff. What differs is the details. So the tail is different depending on which pattern you choose, whether you choose the dog or the bear or the bunny. And now I am going to start the ears. Hold on one sec.
I'm gonna push the...
Okay, so now we're gonna start the ears. Whoops, where's the inside? All right, so the ears are 18 rounds, and every round is different. This is why you always have to have your pattern with you when you're doing amigurumi. Anyways, I just showed you the magic ring when I did the tail, so I'm not going to bother showing it this time. So I'm going to do 6 single crochets. Oh, no, not 6. 4 single crochets in the magic ring. The 4 single crochets as opposed to a 6 single crochet gives it a bit more of a pointier ear on top, which is why I chose to do 4. But when you do 4, it doesn't close as nicely, so you kind of have to manipulate it a little bit like that to get it the shape you want it. So now I'm gonna go off camera and get this single crochet in, because the single crochet next to the chain always gives me trouble. All right, so I got it in. So this round, which is round 2, you're gonna do a single crochet increase twice. Okay, and that's gonna end, you're gonna end up with a total of 6 single crochets in your round. So, whoops, careful, you can drop the light. 6, why isn't it working? All right, 6 single crochet increase, single crochet increase 2 times. So 1, for a total of 6. That's why I kept on saying 6. You want to get to 6, no, not 6 increase, just 2 single crochet increase. And at the end of the round, you will have a total of 6 single crochets. Please be careful.
Okay, 1 single crochet and increase.
Please be careful, sweetie. All right, increase. All right, so now I have 6 single crochets, and now what I'm going to do is do 6 increases. So I'm going to do an increase in every single stitch, And at the end of the round, I will have 12 single crochets. Yeah, so I'm gonna do one increase with you, and then I'm gonna pause and come back at the end. So now round 4, I have 12 single crochets. I did 6 increases. Now round 4, can you please move that? Thank you. Please don't play with it.
I'm just thinking get lighter though.
All right. So now we're gonna do 12 single crochet. All right. So this is 1 single crochet in every stitch till the end for a total of 12 single crochets. So I'm gonna let you do that, and I'll be right back. I'm desperately trying to keep this video short. Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna leave. I'll just stay. It's not gonna be that much longer if I just do 12 single crochets. Even though I'm a little slower trying to do it under camera, just a little. Just shows you how slow of a crocheter I am, right? Anyway, so the next round, which is going to be round 5,
It's not fully in the camera.
is going to be, oh, apparently I'm not in the end of the camera, okay, is going to be 3 thank you, is going to be 3 single crochet increase 3 times for a total of 15 stitches. So that means you're going to do 3 single crochets and then an increase 3 times, and at the end of the round you're going to have 15 single crochets. I'm going to go off camera and I'm going to let you do 5 and 6 by yourself. 5, actually, let me just stay. 1, I keep on saying I'm going to turn off the camera, but seriously, it doesn't make sense to make such short videos. Yes, hold on 1 second. Okay, I had to pause for a little bit. I'm back. So I have done 2 of the repeats for this round, which is 3 single crochet increase, and I'm on my last one. So 1, 2, 3.
I'm just gonna put the yarn.
That's okay. You don't need to see the yarn. 3 increase. So now on round 6, we're going to just do 15 single crochets, which is 1 single crochet in every stitch until we get to the end. Yeah, I think this is the last thing I'm going to do for now, and I'm going to take a break before I start the dress. I'm not even sure what color dress I should do. I was looking at this like really pale green, or I'm thinking this really pale pink that I did the noise with. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. I have to go through my yarn and see what color am I going to do the dress.
Maybe you could do like rainbow colors.
I don't have any rainbow colored yarn, and I don't feel like doing a lot of color changes.
Maybe like blue and green, blue and orange.
Okay, well, we'll see what yarn I have, okay? Oh, careful, you're going to drop my light. All right, so I have 3 more single crochets to get to the end of the round. And and then I am going to do 4, okay, round 7, which is 4 single crochet increase. So we're going to do 4 single crochet increase in the next round. And then 8 through 14 is just 18. Okay. Round 7 is 4 single crochet increase 3 times for a total of 18 single crochets. When we get to rounds 8 to 14, we're just going to do 18 single crochets, which is 1 single crochet in every single crochet for every round from 8 to 14. That is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So for 7 rounds, we're going to be doing 1 single crochet in every stitch, and we should have a total of 18 at the end.
7 rounds?
I am going to get back to you after I completed that, and then we're going to finish off the ear together. Okay, I'm back. I'm just having a snack. Anyways, I finished round 14, which was 18 single crochets. Now I'm going to do round 15, which is 4 single crochet decrease times 3, which means we're going to do 4 single crochets and then we're going to do a decrease 3 times. And at the end of the round, we're going to have 15 single crochets. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, decrease 1, 2, 3, 4, decrease 1, 2, 3, 4, decrease. And so now on round 16, we're going to do 15 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so round 17 is going to be 3 single crochet decrease. So we're on the last 2 rounds of these years. So we're going to do 3 single crochet decrease, and then we're going to do round 18, which will be 6 decrease. So 3 single crochets times 3 we'll end up with 12 single crochets. 3 single crochets times 3 means 3 single crochets between each decrease, and we're going to do 3. We're going to repeat that 3 times. So 1, 2, 3, and I forgot to put my stitch marker on, which will be problematic later on. All right, decrease 1, sorry, 2, 3, decrease. My iPad is on because I don't print out my patterns, so I need my iPad to look at my patterns. 1, 2, 3, and decrease. So now I'm on the last round, and the last round is 6 decreases till you get a total of 6 stitches. So right now I have 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And so I am going to do 6 decreases. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it's time to fasten off. So I'm going to cut the yarn, leave it big to sew, and that is my ear. You are of course going to make 2 of them, so go ahead and start making your second ear. I have already made my second ear, so I already have 2. I'm going to quickly show you how to sew the doll together, and then we're going to work on the dress. So I like having the doll put together before I start working on any clothes, because I like to make sure that it's fitting properly by putting it on. So I know I left long tails on both the head and the body. It is just my habit. I always I always keep stuff in case. I don't like adding yarn for my sewing part. So what I always do is I keep a long tail. So, but I like to actually work from the head onto the body, not from the body onto the head. So what I'm going to do now is start sewing the body. Now, if there is a name for this stitch, I would love it if you guys would tell me. I am self-taught, and so I learned things by figuring it out. Well, I learned stuff on YouTube, and I also learned stuff by just figuring it out. And so because I don't know the proper names of anything. I don't know the proper names of embroidery stitches. I do not know the proper names of crochet, well, some crochet stitches, yes. But sewing, I don't know. Is this, whatever stitch it is, this is what I like to do. So I start always from here, which is the one next to the thing. Again, you're gonna have to put your head onto your doll to figure out what you did. Like, I always make sure when I put the safety eyes, although you can put it anywhere you want to, I always make sure it's on the back of the head. The front, the back is where I'm, you know, working or starting my rows. So then I go into the head and come out. Sometimes having that extra tail makes it more difficult, and since I am having a little bit of difficulty working under the camera, you're probably going to see that often. Okay, so I got 2 stitches in. So now that I got that, I go on to the next stitch on the body and come out on the head. Oops, I caught on some fiber. And I try to keep it tight. That was loose a little bit, trying to keep it under the camera. But I try to keep it tight because there will come a point where even though you tighten it, it's not going to tighten. Next stitch. Now, if you recall, when I designed it so that the opening on the body will be 18 stitches and the head ends off at 18 stitches. So you should be able to put your thread through every single stitch. Anyways, again, what you do is you go into the stitch next to wherever you're coming out and then push it. Okay, let's try that again. So I'm coming out of the head. So I go to the next stitch of the head right here, put my yarn in there, and I come out on the next stitch on the body where there's no single crochets or no thread yarn attached already. So I just keep doing that all the way around. I don't know if you guys can see it clearly. So right now I'm coming out of the body, so I go to the stitch next to it on the body, and then I bring my needle up on the stitch that doesn't have any thread coming out of it or yarn coming out of it, and go up like that. Pull it tight. I'm going to do it again to the next stitch on the head, to the stitch next to the last one that doesn't have any, the last place I came out, and kind of push it in like that. So I'm going to go off camera and just continue sewing up the head. And once I'm done, I will come and show you how to sew on the ears and the tail. Oh, and one thing you should always remember is when you're doing this, stuff the neck and stuff the head as you go. All right, I'll come back. So I finished sewing it up. I'm at the back and I'm just going to tie a little knot. Now, if you notice, this looks a little clumsy, and that's because while I was showing you how to sew it together, I wasn't pulling tight enough and it got loose, so that's why it's awkward. Unfortunately, at this point, short of taking it off, there's really nothing I can do. So try to keep your stitches tight. So I made a little knot and I'm pulling it through, hiding the knot inside the body. I always make knots. I know for clothes and stuff you don't want to make knots, but for me, I always make knots. So I'm just gonna work this through the head and the body. So this is the yarn that I left, the long tail that I left for the body. I'm going to make sure it comes out through the same hole over there, and I'm going to tie another little knot. So I don't know why, but for some reason, whenever I sew a doll's head on, it always turns out looking a little like it's looking to the side. And I try so hard. I have been for years. Okay, so I made a little knot, and I'm going to put my needle through there, through the same hole, if I could find the hole, and come out somewhere else, anywhere else, and just pull that knot in. So I want to make it as secure as possible. I don't want some little child to be playing with it and having it fall apart on them. So that's the body. So now we're going to do the tail. So now with the tail, especially if you're making the pants, sorry, I'm going over the camera. All right, especially if you're making the pants, you kind of have to put it where they said, which is round 3, between round 3 and 5 of where they said, where I said, where the pattern tells you to. Okay, the reason why you have to stick to the pattern is because when you do the pants, you want it to fit through the little hole in the back. I don't have the bare pattern here to show it to you, but there's a little hole. So you go there, and this join here is round 1, 2, 3. So when you get to 3, from 3 to 5, you want to put the tail in the back. Now, if you're planning to just follow this particular pattern in this particular tutorial and just do a dress, it doesn't matter. You could do it however you like. Yeah. So then you just do the same similar thing. You go in, go to the next stitch on the top. I don't know how everyone else stitches their stuff, but this is how I do it. Come out this one stitch right here. I'm going to go off camera because I find it very awkward to sew like this. I just wanted to show you the beginning, and I'll come back when I am done. Okay? At the end, and I'm just going to make my knot. I'm going to do the knot on camera, which is you pull through. So you see how it's coming out of this. I go into one stitch and I pull through, and then into the loop I put my yarn through, oops, twice, and I come out. Now I don't have any secondary tails, meaning like tails like yarn, to tie this up with to double knot it, so I'm just going to leave it the way it is. I knotted it over there, and hopefully that's going to be enough. I don't think anyone's going to be carrying him by the tail, or her by the tail. I hope not anyways. So there's the body. This is the body for every single one of them. Can you see them? Okay. We're going to put the ears on. The ear is different. The tail is different. So we're going to put the ears. You could pin this if you like. I usually count my stitches on where to put it. I will do it. I'm not going to do it on camera because I find it very awkward to sew on camera, but I'm just going to show you the top. So here's the top where you have the magic ring that you worked on. I like to work a few stitches away from there and a little bit to the front. So like if this is the row, so I'm going to go to this row right here. And so I have 1, 2, 3, 4 from the top, okay? And I will start my ear here, and the next one I am going to follow the same thing. I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4 and go 1 forward and put my next ear over here. So I'm not going to do that on camera because I'm having a really hard time making it on camera. So I'm going to pause it right now, sew it on, and I'll show you how it looks like at the end. All right, I finished sewing on the ears. I just didn't tie it up yet. I just wanted to do that on camera because, I don't know, I was having a hard time sewing on camera. Anyways, so I'm going to go, and I like it. I think it looks fine. So I'm just going to keep it like this. I have been known. Hi. Oh, school's over, eh? So I'm going to just do a knot here and pull the knot into my bunny's head. And I don't know, I feel like once you put the knot in, it secures all really, really nicely. Oh my gosh, this bunny looks so big. I didn't make a single one of these. I made 3, the dog, the bunny, and the bear. And not a single one of them did I use 4-weight yarn until today. Oh, until this particular one. So this looks super big to me. But anyways, there we go. Gonna come out the same hole again. Is that the same hole? Yeah. All right, kind of come out the same hole, pull the knot in. That's how she looks. And now I'm just gonna knot it up again. And ta-da! My bunny is done. Now I just have to dress her. I'm not going to be doing the dresses today because, as you heard, school is over. I am going to start the dress and I'm going to pick out a color. I don't know what color dress I'm going to put on her. I'll pick out a color tomorrow and then hopefully I'll get this video up soon. I have been working on this video for a while. Anyways, there we go. Squeeze it. Sometimes it indents with the knot, and so I just like putting my needle in and bringing it out again. And this is what she looks like. This is my bunny. Or if you choose to make, if you got the pattern and you chose to make the bear or the dog, it'll look a little different. But this is it. There she is, naked, looking slightly to the side because for some reason I can't seem to do it right. This is how much yarn. I didn't weigh the yarn. But this is how much yarn I have left over, not much. But it's okay. I could do other projects with this. Anyways, I gotta go before you guys get uncomfortable. All right, background noises are here. I'll talk to you guys. I'm gonna finish up the dress later and I'll come back. For you guys, it's gonna be like a second. And for me, maybe another day. All right, bye. Well, not bye, because I'll be back in a second. Okay, so it's time to make her dress. Now this dress is just a little bit on the short side, this one particularly, just because I felt like the legs started looking shorter. So for the sample of this, you know, the picture I'm taking, I decided to make it pretty short. But what you could do is just add a few rows and it'll be perfectly fine. Add it and make it as long as you want. So let's start with her dress. I have chosen this color, or my daughter has chosen this color. This color is Caron Simply Soft. Oops. Caron Simply Soft. And the color is soft green. So I think it'll look cute with this color, right? Anyways, I took out a bunch of colors and I said, which one do you think? And she chose this one, so that's what we're going with. So if you have the pattern, then you scroll down to Dress for Bunnie at this particular point. If not, just listen to me. For Dress for Bunnie, the dress is kind of snug, so you do have to use a slightly looser tension than you did for the body of the bunny. Or Bunnie. I spelled bunny wrong there. Well, I spelled it Bunnie, even though I'm spelling it with a U, just as a play of words. Okay, so for the first thing you're going to do with the dress is chain 25. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So what you're going to do here is going to do 4 single crochets. So what you're going to do is you're always going to start, hold on one second, I forgot to bring my water, okay? I'm going to go get it. So to begin with, if you have the pattern, scroll down to the second set of clothes, which is Bunnie's desk. The first is the overalls. Oh, I'm going to show you again how to do magic ring. So to do a slip knot. This, of course, I like to leave a long tail for weaving in. And what you do is you wrap it around your finger like this, so it's kind of like spiraled. They don't overlap. Pull this one up in front of the one that's closer to the tip, and then pull the tip one over. Now everyone has, lots of people have different ways of doing a slip knot. That's how I do it. That's my slip knot. So the first thing you're going to do with your dress color is chain 25. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Okay, so now what we're going to do is starting on the second chain from the hook. So if you notice, there's one chain right here. We're going to ignore this chain right here, and we're going to start on this chain right here. So we're going to do 4 single crochet. I like using the back loops of the chain because I just feel like it gives a nicer finish. You do it however you like. 1, 2, we're going to do 4 single crochets in the back loop. 3, well, you don't have to do it in the back loop. I'm doing it in the back loop. 4. So now that you have 4, we're going to chain 6. This is to create the armholes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh boy. Okay, so we're going to chain 6, which I just did, and we're going to skip 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And after that, we're going to do 6 single crochet on the chain. So we're going to skip these 5. Let me just make sure I'm in the right place again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and go on to the 6th one. So we have 1 chain more than we did. Well, never mind. 1. So now we're going to do 6 single crochets. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so you might need a bigger hook for this. You might not. I mean, I'm not using a bigger hook. I'm still using my 3.25 millimeters. But it's, I always make the doll before I make the clothes because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because I need to try it on to make sure that it fits properly. So if it doesn't fit properly, then your tension is either too tight or you need to go up a size. So we're going to chain 6 now, a hook size. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we're going to skip 5, and we're going to do 4 single crochets after we skip 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to be right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now do remember to you keep a looser tension than you did on the doll, just to make sure it fits. So let me just check to see how the fit is. These are of course armholes. So I'm going to put the arms through. The difference I did in this one is that I stuffed the arms, which I didn't do in the first one. And the reason I didn't do in the first one, yeah, I think the fit is pretty good. The reason I didn't stuff the arms on this one is because with DK it was so thin. All right, I think it looks like it fits, so I'm going to continue. The reason I wanted to keep it snug is I didn't put any buttons, although it does say to put buttons and hooks. I just hate sewing it. I didn't put any hooks or buttons on the back just because I hate having to sew it up. Oh, I forgot to get a little contrast color. I'm going to just run over and grab some white yarn as a contrast color. I'll be right back. I'm back. And my iPad died. All right, so this is what we have. We've tried it on our doll. It fits. So now what we're going to do is we're going to chain one, and we're going to do a single crochet in every single stitch. So there will be 26 stitches at the end. And yeah, so we just turn it and do one single crochet in every stitch. So 1, 2. Okay, so we're gonna, 3, 4. I find it a little hard to do the back loops, even though I would prefer to do the back loops under the arms. I don't know why. I guess I just need to practice a bit more. So for the video, I'm just going to do it on a loop of the chain. Four. Okay. 5, 6, and then we're going to do 6 single crochets on these single crochets right here. 1, 2. This dress is a very, very simple dress to make. You can do it. 3, 4. I try to keep this pattern very simple. I have a hard time doing that in general, and I think it's because I made it a few years ago that I was able to do it. I always want to do shortcuts so that I don't have to sew, and that just makes the pattern a bit more difficult. 2, 3, 5, 6, and then we have the last 4 single crochet that we had done, and that is the next row. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this is the next row. I did not finish up this particular round because I'm going to put a little bit of white. What I found is some shiny white because I took this out to make a unicorn and I just don't feel like making the unicorn anymore. So I'm going to just use this here. So I took it out for a reason. Anyways, here we have, we did the color change on the last yarn over, just so that it doesn't have a jagged, it's a little bit more smoother. I'm going to chain 1, and with the white, we're going to go and do another 26 single crochets, and yeah, so we're going to do 2 rounds of 26 single crochets. 2, not rounds. I'm so used to talking in rounds. We're going to do 2 rows of 26 single crochet. Now, I just mentioned I don't like sewing, so I like to, you know, work on top of my tail so that I could just cut a little bit off and not have to sew it in. you do it however you want. If you want to keep a longer tail for weaving in, if you just prefer it that way, then you make it. This is, like I said at the beginning, my pattern, I did it my way, and now you could take my pattern and change it the way you want it to be. So here I am going to just continue to the end of the row. I'm actually going to go off camera right now, and I'm going to continue until I finish this row all the way to the end, where I'll have 26 single crochet at the end, and then another row coming back to this side where I will also have 26 single crochet. So just do 2 rows of single crochet all the way across, and then come back and join me. Okay, so it seems like I forgot to unpause my video. So I'll just tell you what I've been doing. I have been putting 3, I chained 2. When I came to the end of the 2 rows that we were just talking about, I changed colors, and then I chained 2, and now I'm working 3 double crochet into each single crochet of the entire row for a total of 78 stitches. These 2 chain over here doesn't count as a stitch, so do put in 3 single crochets into the beginning stitch, and then just work 3 single crochets into each 3 double crochets into each single crochet, and at the end you will end up with 78 stitches. So I was saying, without realizing that I wasn't recording, that I don't like sewing. I really don't like sewing. I don't like weaving in ends, and so I do work at not having to do that. And to make sure that I don't have to weave in ends, I actually, when I was changing the color here, I already cut it, I worked on top of my tail to keep the to weave in the end more or less. Now, this might not be the best method for everything, but especially clothes. I'm not sure if that's a good method for clothes, but I'm a newbie in making clothes. I've only ever made 1 sweater for anyone, and I've just started making shawls and things like that. So I'm a newbie at that, so I'm not sure exactly how to weave in there. But as far as amigurumi goes, I don't mind doing it like this, because you know what? Even if this ends up being your child's favorite toy, this is not my daughter's favorite toy. She has not been washed once in like the 1.5 or 2 years that I made it. But even if any doll ends up your child's favorite doll, and they play with it every single day, all the time, like, you're not going to be washing it every day. You'll be washing it, or every use. You'll be washing it maybe once a week, or if your child happens to get it dirty, maybe once every 2 days, depending on how loved it is. But either way, it's not the same as when you're washing your own clothes. When you're washing your own clothes, you wash it quite a lot, and you have to be, well, I don't know if you have to be. Like I said, I'm a noob as far as clothes go, so I'm not sure how much you have to, but I have been, the shawls I've been making and everything, I've been weaving in the ends and not trusting that it was secure enough just by crocheting over the tail. But you know what? I might be wrong. Maybe crocheting over the tail is fine if you're making clothes. I don't know. But for me, sorry, I have a little bit of an itchy nose. For me, I think this is fine. Just, crocheting over the tail is fine. Yeah. So I am still doing 3 double crochets into every single stitch. I'm almost at the end. At the end of this row, I almost said round, and it's tripping me up. At the end of this row, you are going to have 78 double crochets. Do take the time after you finish this round. I mean, yeah, it probably does fit because you tried it when you were, started the dress and it fit. But I still like, oops, hi. I just put one there. I still like to check. I guess I'm a little neurotic. I need to make sure that my tension is right for the doll. And so I always check. I double check, I triple check, I quadruple check. Oops. So at the end of this, at the end you could secure the back with a hook and just sew on a hook and just close it up, which is probably the better way. But I was lazy and I left this open. I don't like to sew on hooks. I don't. Oh my gosh. It's up to you. I mean, if you're giving it to a little girl, maybe like a very little girl, oops. Yarn splits when you're using a hook that's too small for your yarn. Like for instance, the recommended for Caron Simply Soft hook is a 5mm, and I'm using a 3.25mm. So there's going to be a little bit of splitting. I don't find Caron to split any more than any other yarn. I mean, the amount of splitting I get with Caron is just the same as I would get with Lion Basic Stitch or Premier every day. I don't especially find it too much of a difference. Oh, somebody's out of class.
Hi.
Hi, baby. Can you finish up your breakfast?
Yeah.
Yeah, my kids, they never finish their breakfast before class starts. They never do. Okay, there's going to be no more increases. There's going to be no more anything. We have the amount of single or double crochets that we need for the rest of the dress. This is it for the shaping of the dress. So I am just going to finish this round right here. And I'm going to try it on her, just to make sure. Hi, baby.
No one can see the dress.
No one can see the dress? Okay. Yeah, the way the camera is angled, I'm not seeing anything. I'm using the front camera because, I just am. There we go. It fits. Everything is good. So we're going to continue. So at this point, what we're going to do is we're going to do one double crochet in every round. We're going to get to the end of the round, chain 2, and then turn. Hold on one sec. All right, back again. So we're going to do one double crochet into every stitch. So chain 2, one double crochet in every single crochet, not single crochet, every double crochet. So we're going to still have 78. We're not increasing anymore. Remember, the chain 2 doesn't count for anything, so you do have to put into the first double crochet. And just do a round, I keep saying round, do a row. Do an entire row of 78 double crochets and then chain 2 and do another row of 78 single crochet. Let me repeat that. Okay, do an entire row, not round, of 78 double crochets, which is one double crochet in every single double crochet, or every double crochet. Single might be confusing. There is no single. Hold on, let me just finish my thought and then I'll listen to you, okay? So do one double crochet in every double crochet all the way to the end of the row. Row. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to cut this out. Okay, do one double crochet all the way to the end of the row and then chain 2 and do another row of double crochet. So you're gonna come back to where your tail is.
That was so funny.
Yeah, okay. So you're gonna come back to where your tail is. And then join me again, and then we're gonna do the last step of the dress. So do 2 rows of 78 double crochets, one double crochet in every double crochet, and come back.
Now can I say something?
Okay, now you can say something. What is it?
No.
It's closed. Okay, so I've done 2 rows of just double crochet, 1 double crochet in every single stitch, and the way to end this row is by slip stitching onto the first double crochet of the row, which is, remember this is a chain 2, which doesn't count for anything, and going on over here and slip stitching. And from now on we will be working on rounds. And the rest of the dress, which I'm not going to make with you, is very simple. We're going to chain 2. This is the repeat. You're going to chain 2 and you're going to do 1 double crochet on every double crochet on this round, and you're going to continue to make chain 2 and double crochet in every single double crochet until you get the length, the desired length. So on my pattern I wrote 13 rounds. This is what I did here. 13 meaning you start from this, you count from the first row all the way down, you have a total of 13 rows for the entire dress. That's what I did this. I am going to do it just a little bit longer and probably do around 14. You could do it however you want. You can make it longer, you can make it shorter. If you want, you could even make this into like a peasant top and just do 2 or 3 more rows. And you know, I have the pattern for the pants in the pattern already. So if you bought the pattern, there are pants pattern, and you could just make a pair of jeans and have this as a top, which I think would be really, really cute. Can you see it there? You could have this as a top, which would be really cute. I mean, use your imagination and do it the way you want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish the dress. You go ahead and finish the dress, and then we'll meet up, put the dress on the doll. I probably am going to put hooks on this one. I'm just not going to do it on the video or do it right now. But you could put hooks, a hook right here to close it up at the back. But anyways, we'll talk about that again when I come back. Right now, what I would like you to do is, the pattern says to work until you're at row 13, which is the rows of all, which counts right from the beginning. So you would count from here. Don't do 13 rows right now. Count from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and when you get all the way up to 13, then you're done. I am going to do 1 extra row, so I'm going to do 1 extra round, so I'm going to do it up till 14. You do it as long as you want, as short as you want. It's up to you. I'll come back after I have finished the dress, pretty much. Okay? I'll see you in a bit. So I'm on the last couple of stitches of the dress. So like I mentioned before, instead of doing 13 rows or rounds or round and rows of the dress, I chose to do 14 because I felt like the other one was just a little short, and I made it short so the legs don't seem so small for the pictures of the other one. So this one I've decided to make a little longer. So I'm just going to double check to make sure I have 14 rows, rounds, whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, so before I cut my yarn, I'm actually going to put it on the doll itself to make sure everything is perfect. And then I will cut off the yarn. Can I get her arm in? There it is. I think that is actually a really good size. So I'm just gonna cut it. I wonder if she's in frame. Maybe I should move up my camera. So I cut it. All that's left for me to do, I'm gonna move up my camera so you could get a good view of her, hopefully. Even then. Yeah, well, let's move it up a bit more. Better? She's big. Okay, so this is what she looks like. I am probably going to put hooks on the back of the dress, although you could leave it like this, especially if you're making for a little kid. You could also use the beginning tail, keep it longer, and just sew it up. That will mean that you won't be able to change her clothes, but that's not a big deal. I mean, I don't think every doll needs to have clothes that change. Sorry, I was just untwisting her. I don't think every doll has to have clothes that, you know, you can change. You can make dolls with clothes that don't change, and you could just sew it up at the back. You could add hooks, which I think I'm going to add a hook. I'm not sure yet. And you know, you've got it. There it is. You could leave it like this. You could leave it like this. She looks perfectly fine without it cinching. See how I left this one open? No hooks, no nothing. You could do that too. Whatever you like, whatever is good for you. Now, you could personalize this doll, not just by colors and things, but you could like maybe add a bow. Or again, this was a sample in which I was putting her in boys' clothes and girls' clothes, so I didn't do anything. So there's nothing in the pattern for that. But if you want, you can make a bow and sew it on top. You could do whatever you want. This is your doll. Your doll. And anyways, I really like this pattern. It was fun to make. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Originally, I intended to make this and then send it to Rose from Rose Likes Crochet for Wings. But I already sent my package. I just didn't get a chance to get it done on time. So I have decided that I'm going to put her up on my Etsy store. So I'm going to, you know, weave in the ends, put a little hook on the back, maybe put a bow, and sometime soon she will be up on my Etsy store if you are interested in her. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you love your bunny pattern, and if you guys like it and you want to try the other clothes on her or make the bear or the dog, please go check out my Etsy and Ravelry stores. Both links are down below, to see if you'd like to make one of your own, like a different one, like if you want to make the bear or the dog, or if you want to, you know, use some of the clothing that I have designed for this doll base and make her into a dress-up doll. Like you can make the pants, the top, you can make the pants on the top, you can make the overalls, and I think that would be a cute gift to give a little girl. You just give her 3 outfits and a bunny or a dog or a bear and say, here you go, and they can choose whenever they want to change it, whatever, or make all 3 like I have. It's up to you. I hope you enjoyed the pattern. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's long. I actually broke it up into, I think I'm going to break it up into 2. I hope you enjoyed the pattern. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you like this video, please give it a like. If you'd like to hear more from me, please subscribe. Thanks. Bye.